Hey YouTube, Puff and Snuff here. Ian checking in as always from beautiful and really hot Northeast Ohio. Want to do a real quick video today, just talking a little bit about having fun with your snuff. I think I did a video in the past about having fun with your pipe tobacco. Pipe tobacco, it's easy. First of all, you've got all the different blends that you can mix and match. You can buy blending tobaccos from pretty much any e-tailer. Pipes and Cigars has, or at least it had, a create your own blend program through their website. So there's a lot of ways to customize your pipe blend. Uh, Pipe tobacco comes in flakes and crumble cakes and coins and ropes. A lot of different ways you can play with the different cuts of tobacco to make it do different things. Snuff doesn't really give us that many advantages to play with, but it doesn't mean there's not fun to be had. Um, I don't think many of us have the time or the ability or the interest or the equipment to take tobacco from its whole leaf with whatever flavorants or essential oils we want to add, dress the leaves, dry the leaves, grind them again, and take it from leaf to finished product. But because of the broad range of scents that are used in commercially available snuffs, it gives us a lot of opportunity to kind of mix and match scents. And I know most of us are probably doing this anyway, but if you're not, go to town. Give you one example. I had about a half a tin left of Toke peanut butter. I didn't do a review on it, but just a real quick rundown. Typical Toke grind, all the what you'd expect from a typical Toke tin. It was peanutty enough, but it wasn't very peanut buttery, so it wasn't bad. It was more like a peanut scent than it was a peanut butter scent. I've done a few videos talking about Toke Espresso. Horrible name, not a bad snuff. It's a very roasted, almost nutty kind of scent going on in the espresso. Had about a half a tin of that left, so I figured, what the hell, let's combine them. End result, because they're so similar in grind, very similar in color, if not identical on both counts, the result is a roasted peanut type scent. Roastier than the peanut butter, but nuttier than the espresso on its own. And the best example that I can give of the scent is if you're walking through like a fair or a festival, there's always that one guy, right, that's got the cart or the stand that has the fresh roasted salted peanuts. And that the aroma when you're walking by that guy's table is a lot what comes across in what I would say approximately a 50-50 Toke peanut butter to Toke espresso mix will give you. So it's very good. It's not super sweet. It's not like a nut dessert snuff. If you're looking for that, I don't think you're going to do better than Old Mill's Ecru Brulee. It's just a very good, it comes across as a roasted peanut snuff. Very good. And that's just one example. I mean, I think if you have a number of snuffs open, you could probably find a few that were pretty good but not great, and similar enough to some other snuffs that were pretty good but not great. Unless you are dedicated to artisan snuffs, the Old Mills, the Abraxas, the Sir Walter Scotts of the world. If you've got some tins of Toke or Sam Galwith or Pershel, you're not going to break the bank by doing some mix and match, and maybe it doesn't turn out so great. Maybe it turns out into something really enjoyable. Off the top of my head, and just thinking through the Toke snuffs that I have in my fridge, the peanut butter is going to combine, I would think, with virtually any of the fruit snuffs. Strawberry or blueberry or that raspberry. That's going to be like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I would think. Especially with Toke having what I consider a very bready kind of undertone to the tobacco flower. But I mean, look at any line of snuffs, whether you're talking about crystals, you're talking about Galwith, you're talking about Galwith Hogarth, any of them. They've all got lines of tobacco And as you're reading through on Mr. Snuff or Snuff Store or wherever you're buying your snuff, you can spot complementary flavors all the way down the line. And if they're not doing it for you on their own, screw it, guys. Give it a shot. Throw them together. Play with your snuff. Have fun. You know, they take you 9/10 of the way there by giving you ready-made snuffs. Yeah, so we can't play with how we cut it or how we rub it out or how we load the bowl. Um, but we still have complete control over our own personal recipes, um, just to kind of take the hobby one step further. You know, it may not make you a snuff master or a master blender, but it gives you more control over your own role in the hobby, and it makes everything, I think, just a little bit more personal, especially a day and age where it's harder and harder, especially with the deeming regulations that may or may not go into effect as written, makes it much harder to actually get a hold of bespoke products or recipes. So that's all for me. I just wanted to jump on and say peanut butter and espresso turned out pretty good. But more importantly, have fun with your snuff, guys. That's all for me. Take it easy. We'll see you later.